Ian here, and welcome to another episode of Help! My supply teacher is magic. We have fooled you, we have bamboozled you with a very simple trick of our own. We've been swapping your regular teachers with our magicians. And to put the icing on the magical cake, we have secretly filmed the whole lot with special hidden cameras in the classroom. We are craftier than a craftsman on a hovercraft. And as you probably know, you can't have too much magic, so we're also showing loads of other great tricks too. To start off the show, I'd like to demonstrate the ancient art of sightless vision. I will close my eyes and my offstage assistant here will throw a ball which I will catch without looking at it. Here we go, watch this. Have you already thrown it? Here's what's coming up. James is going undercover to cause mayhem in this class of Year 4s. Look, he's turned vegetables into a tasty cupcake. But will the class swallow it? We're going to teach you a magic trick so you can fool your friends. Grab a piece of paper so you can join in. Plus, you've been sending in clips of all your best magic tricks, and later on I'll be picking my 5 favourites. Will you be one of my wannabe wizards? Could you spot a magician pretending to be a supply teacher? Could you? Really? This is James. He's pretty handy when it comes to magic, and he's going to go undercover as a supply teacher. The hidden cameras are set. Will it be your school? Will it be your class? Let's find out. Here's a Year 4 class. They don't know it yet, but James is about to teach them a magical lesson about nutrition that will give them food for thought. None of the class suspect that there are cameras hidden in their classroom or realise that James is not a real teacher, but can he keep it up?
We're going to do a lesson about health and nutrition. When I was in university, I spent a lot of time in the laboratories, and I discovered something called atomic redistribution.
Atomic redistribution what?
Now that sounds very complicated, doesn't it? But imagine this. If I have lots of building blocks on the desk, I could use those building blocks to make different shapes. You see, it's exactly the same for the cells in vegetables. And this machine cleverly changes the shape so they look like something else. Would you like to see it work?
Yeah. Me too! Combining 2 of my favourite things, magic and food.
I've got some vegetables here.
Time for James to mix some veggies. First carrots, then broccoli, sprouts, turnip and aubergine. Doesn't look too tasty, does it? But just you wait.
Now, right now, who would like to eat that?
She did for a second, but quickly changed her mind.
Doesn't look that appetizing though, does it? We're going to change the shape of these to make it look like it's something a lot more appealing. So we're going to put a little bit of this in here. This is baking powder. And it's important not to use too much, because if you use too much... Actually, no, we'll use...
Wow, surely that's too much.
Yes, that should do it. Now...
Nutrition, more like no-trition. Good job isn't a real lesson.
There we go. This inside the machine.
They love the machine, but there's nothing in there except a shelf for the ingredients. They're going to love it even more in just a minute.
This machine causes a reaction in the vegetables and breaks them down and then builds them up in a new shape. Vegetables you'll have for a main meal, wouldn't you? So I'm going to turn main meal down, and we're going to turn the pudding control up, because I think we'll make something sweet. We'll try some dairy and possibly some chocolate.
Chocolate vegetables.
So if we turn it on, that should take about 10 seconds. 10, 9...
Countdown to magic. Something incredible's happening in that machine. It's gonna be a tasty trick.
2, 1. If that's worked, instead of being vegetables, you have a 100% healthy, completely organic... Oh, it has worked. Cupcake.
Did he say cupcake? Yeah, it's definitely a cupcake and it looks yummy.
Would you all like to eat it?
Yeah! Of course he would. But it's time for James to tell them his half-baked story.
Would you like me to tell you exactly how it works? Yeah? Okay, right. It works because it's a trick. This isn't really an atom redistributor, and I am not really a teacher. You see, I am a magician, You are all being filmed right now for a new CBBC show called Help, My Supply Teacher is Magic.
He did it! James's vegetable cake trick has totally fooled the class. First he put vegetables in the bowl and way too much baking powder. He then put in a mysterious machine, and out came a cupcake.
It was just amazing. It was wicked. It was just so magic.
James pulled it off. The class had no idea he was a magician. Would you realise your supply teacher was magic? James made this cake for me. When did James make this cake? 8 months ago. I get some water. Later on, Fergus will also be going undercover as a supply teacher. He'll be stringing this class along. Is it your class? But first, he's going to teach you the secret behind the trick you can do after school. If you fancy yourself as a magician, here's a trick you can try on your mates. All you need is a piece of paper. If you haven't already got one, go and get it now, hurry, quick. In the meantime, Fergus will wait for you here. You back? Ready? Good. Do you know how to fold a pattern into your piece of paper so it looks like Fergus's? And can you do it in less than a minute? Can you work it out? Keep watching and we'll show you later in the show. Right now though, fast-talking magician John's in a theme park to do a trick you'll never be able to work out.
I've just come back from America.
This is Adam, Thomas and Jack. They're preparing to be amazed by an awesome trick.
Look surprised. It's true, I have. And when I'm in America, I like to collect coins, and these are the coins I like to collect. These are American Morgan silver dollars. That's one's dated 1885. They're worth about £40 each. They're made out of solid silver. But the thing is, when I get these coins and I come home with them, my wife's annoyed because I've got all these coins all over the house, literally in the house. So she said, I've got to find a way of storing these coins that won't get them in the way. So I've come up with a really good method of storing them. I'll show you what I mean. We're going to start with this bottom one here, OK? I'm going to take that coin, and we're just going to store it just around about there.
Whoa, he made the coin disappear!
Which is perfect, which means I've only got 2 coins left. And the next thing I've got to worry about is where to put the next coin. So the next coin isn't going to go here. The next coin's going to go around about the middle here. OK, you've got to watch. Just here it's going to go. Just about there.
That's another coin vanished in thin air.
Now, everybody asks me where I should put the last coin. Where do you think the last coin should go?
Grandma's cheeky, isn't she?
Nobody ever says in their hand, but we'll have a go. There we are, and the last coin is in your hand.
No way, where did it go? Let's get a rewind.
In your hand. Nobody ever says in their hand, but we'll have a go. There we are, and the last coin is in your hand.
It's just as good the second time round.
Oh, yeah, pinch my coins. Why don't you?
I haven't seen anything like that before. Never. So, yeah, I enjoyed it.
I've seen something like it before, but not that good.
Right now, we have something amazing for you. This is the interactive illusion. This is a trick where you can take part at home. So put everything away, including the gerbil, and shuffle up close. Listen carefully.
For this interactive illusion, we're using the 12 star signs of the zodiac. I want you to place your finger on any one of the 12 signs. Now, spell out your selected star sign by moving in a clockwise direction around the chart, using 1 star sign for each letter, beginning with the next sign. For example, if you are touching Aries, you'll say A and touch Leo, say R and touch Aquarius, and so on, ending up on Scorpio. Right, spell your chosen star sign. Remember, start spelling from the next sign around, and keep your finger on the star sign you end up on. Do that for me now. Next, I want you to spell out the name of the star sign you're now touching. Do it the same way you just did, spelling in a clockwise direction, using the next sign for the first letter. When you've finished, keep your finger where it is. you'll notice there is a number next to each star sign. This represents the month which that star sign falls on. You're going to do exactly what you've been doing up to now. But instead of spelling, you're going to count, using the number next to the star sign you're touching. Again, start with the next sign and count clockwise around the chart that number of times. And remember to keep your finger on the sign you end up on. Okay, I'm going to read your mind through the TV and tell you the name of the star sign you're now touching. You're on Sagittarius.
I am on Sagittarius. Did it work for you? I don't believe in star signs at all. Apparently, that's typical Aquarius. Every week, we're bringing you a chart of the magic movers and shakers. We're calling said chart Wannabe Wizards. I've got my comfy chair. I've got my trusty laptop. And I've got some chocolate-covered raisins. It's goodness, with a hint of naughty. Play it. We asked you to send in clips of yourself performing your best magic tricks. We received loads of clips from all over the country. Each week, I will be choosing my 5 favourite wannabe wizards and showing them to you guys. Number 5 this time is James from Norfolk with a totally ace trick.
So here I have the 1, 2, 3, 4 aces. Watch them very carefully, because one at a time they're actually going to turn over.
Wow, how did that happen?
You ready for the second one?
I'm ready.
Just a shake. You actually get the second ace.
That's 2.
Turn over. Ready for the third one? Watch and just a shake. And a snap of the fingers.
That's the third ace to flip. Keep watching.
With the last ace, the ace of clubs. Watch and just a wave. And a snap, we actually get all 4 aces.
All 4 aces have flipped, but check this.
Maybe they weren't aces. Maybe they didn't turn over and it was all an illusion. So if we flip the pack over, you can see we actually have 4 kings.
You're the card king, James, but coming for the crown is Sam from Wakefield.
Just like to pick one now, please. Any card. Any.
Yeah, literally any card.
I can show everyone. It's some of those tricks where it doesn't matter if I see it or not.
Oh, what are those tricks? I like those ones.
Right, so we've got the 5 of spades.
So the random card is a 5 of spades.
Put it straight on the top of the deck like that. And if I put it straight in the middle, snap my fingers, comes straight back to the top.
Whoa, it was in the middle and it jumped to the top.
You probably weren't ready for that, so I'll show you again.
No need for a rewind, he's going to do it again in slow-mo.
I'm not snapping my fingers yet. I'm sorry, I'm doing it a bit slowly. So I've got 10 of diamonds.
So the 5 of spades is not on the top?
None of them are your card. It's just in the middle. It's not on the bottom either.
Or the bottom?
Snap my fingers, come straight back to the top.
Amazing, it's the magic click that makes the card jump. And from jumping cards to jumping coins, it's Andrew from Whitley Bay.
Here I have 2 solid brass caps and a solid and hollow ring. But if I put them together and click my fingers, a stack of 10p's appears.
Wow, I wish I could do that. I'd be coining it in.
When I click my fingers, they disappear from here and reappear here.
They disappear and reappear with just a click.
Cover with the cap and click my fingers, they disappear.
That's amazing. They jump from his hand onto the table. But watch the coins go in between the caps. A quick shake, a magic click, and ta-da! They've completely vanished. But appearing at 2 is Oscar from Reading.
I'm going to show you one of my absolute favourite card tricks. This is how it works.
We're ready.
Okay, as you can see, I have 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And once again, I have 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay, it's only 4 cards.
What we need to remember is that the bottom card is the 2 of hearts.
The bottom card is a 2 of hearts, okay.
If I change the order of the deck, like so, 1, 2, 3, 4, the top card must be the 2 of hearts.
Makes sense so far?
If I place the 2 of hearts, place it down on the bottom, snap my finger, it jumps to the top.
Whoa!
Place the 2 of hearts, place it down on the table, snap my fingers, and it's still on top.
Whoa, again!
Place the 2 of hearts, place it down to the bottom, snap my fingers, and it's still on top.
Treble, whoa!
2 of hearts, put it down to the bottom, snap my fingers, and it's still on top.
4 times, whoa!
Put it down on the table, snap my fingers, and it's still on top.
No way, more whoa!
And 4 2 of hearts, but as you can see, that's not true, as the top card is a 10 of spades.
Eh?
As you can see, the second card is also a 10 of spades.
Eh?
As you can see, the third card is also a 10 of spades.
Hey
And
again!
the fourth card is also a 10 of spades.
You get the idea.
Which means that there are no 2s whatsoever.
No 2s except you, Oscar. Who's my favourite though? I'm not going to tell you yet. Not before I put on my funny Churchill voice. At 5, it's totally Ace James.
The snap of the fingers, we actually get the third one.
Jumping up to 4, it's Sam.
Comes straight back to the top.
King of coins, Andrew's at 3. Oscar's disappearing 2s are at 2.
It's a 10 of spades.
And he was nearly my favourite about the tons of clips of Wannabe Wizards. My top one this time was Ross from Rugby with this super fresh trick. His friend has chosen the Queen of Hearts and Ross is tearing the corner off.
Do you want to bounce that? Here, first time over there.
What's he doing with it?
Now let's rub it in here.
Whoa, the corner of the cards melted into the vending machine. You may well pull that face, but there's more.
Perhaps say like 58 or something like that. Should we get some polos or something? Yeah. Yeah, go on. What's that?
I love the way he persuades his friend to buy his sweets, but this trick's about to get sweeter.
Alright, is that alright? Are they going to come out? Okay. Do you want to take those? Right. Okay. Open those up.
He's a bit bossy as Ross, but there's a reason. They've gone everywhere.
Is there a card in there?
A card inside there? Surely there can't be.
There is.
There is. There is.
Okay.
I can't take that.
She can't take that. I can't take it.
Okay, do you want to have to rip it open before it's my hand? So?
She's excited. I'm excited. But what's in the pack? There's definitely something through the holes in the mints. It can't be. It can't be. It is! It's the missing corner of his friend's card. That trick's totally mint. Can't wait until next time for more Wannabe Wizards. Now that's something I would consider performing on Britain's Got Talent. But we've reached the middle section, to be honest. I've missed it. Oh. Hello, Mum? What are you cooking for tea? Pasta or pizza? To be sure, I'm a bit divided on that one. Here's what's coming up. James surprises these two at a shopping centre with some milkshake magic.
It shouldn't do that, surely.
But will they be shaken? And watch what happens when Fergus goes undercover in another school. Could it be your class? Could your supply teacher be magic? But now it's the moment you've all been waiting for, a chance to learn how to fool your friends. Me and Fergus challenge you to fold a pattern into a piece of paper so it looks like Fergus's in less than 1 minute. Come on, have you worked it out? How many have you got it? Maybe you think it works by folding the paper around something like a 50p. Nah. Do you rub it on a rabbit's hutch? Show 'em, Fergus. You roll the paper into a tube and then simply pinch it between your finger and thumb along the tube. Let's get a rewind. Just roll it into a tube and then pinch the edges between your finger and thumb, changing sides as you move along the tube. Did you get it? Are you amazing already? Now you've all got something to show off with after school. In Undercover Magic, we hide cameras in all sorts of places. Our magicians play tricks on members of the public who don't know they're being filmed. This is Josh. He doesn't know it yet, but he's been set up by his mum and he's about to see an amazing trick. Here comes James now. Check him out. What's he up to?
Excuse me. Hi, did you see the milkshake stand over there? No, I just bought this milkshake. I don't know. It looks like there's something wrong with it. I mean, it's really thick. Does that look okay to you?
Yeah, that looks alright.
You reckon? No. I mean, it should be thick, but... I mean...
Whoa!
It shouldn't do that, surely.
No, it shouldn't do that, but it is magic.
That's not good.
Josh can't believe it. Let's get a rewind.
I mean, it should be thick, but... I mean...
That defies gravity, it's impossible.
You shouldn't do that, surely. That's not good. Yeah, I'm not happy. I'm gonna have to take that back. Okay, thanks, guys.
James's milkshake trick is shaking them up.
I did not expect all of this to happen. I just thought it would just be a normal day out into town. I was kind of a bit, wow, what just happened here?
That was awesome, and now it's time for Fergus to pretend to be a supply teacher. He's at another school. He's going undercover as a supply teacher to do an incredible trick. Is it your school? Is it your class? And will this class realise their supply teacher is magic? These Year 5 pupils think they're coming in for a normal lesson, but Fergus's magic will have them all tied up in knots. The classroom's been rigged with hidden cameras, and Fergus will have the class on a piece of string.
Good morning, class.
Good morning.
I used to be a member of a group called the Scouts. Now, who's heard of the Scouts? Oh, good, a few of you. We went on adventures and we learnt loads of different skills. One of the skills we learnt was tying knots. We used to have to wear a neckerchief.
A neck or what?
You'd put it around your neck and then the whole thing would be tied together at the top with what's called a woggle.
A wattle?
I had a friend in the Scouts, and what he'd do is take his neckerchief off and I'd give him mine. Then he'd tie them together as tight as he could in a knot. Then when that was done, he'd take a stopwatch and he'd time me to see how quickly I could undo those knots.
This is all a story to get the class hooked. Fergus has never been to Scouts. He was at home practicing his magic.
Who here thinks they are good at tying knots?
The class believe he's a real teacher, but they're about to be strung along by some amazing magic.
Could you come up and help me? I think we need 2 people. Wendy, could you come and stand here for me?
He's got 2 volunteers to help him with his first trick. They have no idea what's about to happen.
You to tie a knot and pull those ends through.
She's tying it really tight. Get in there.
And make sure that's really tight. Good girl. Excellent. Now, I'd like you to hold on to that end, Benny. And Wendy, I'd like you to hold on to that end. Now, I want you to be very careful, but I want you to have a mini tug of war. So don't pull too hard, but just make sure that knot is tight in the middle. Easy, easy, easy. Stop, 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 stop.
Whoa, that knot's not going anywhere. It's definitely a tough knot to crack.
I think you girls have done one of the toughest knots I've ever seen.
This girl's jaws dropped to the floor, and Fergus hasn't even done any magic yet, but it's coming right up.
You 2 had a tug of war to make sure that knot was really tight. So what I'd like you to do is you to hold on to that end, and Wendy, you hold...
It come out.
Whoa, they came apart. How did that happen?
I thought you pulled it tightly.
We did. I don't know what happened.
I'll tell you what, we shouldn't have actually... Normally, you girls can sit down. That's quite advanced for being in the Scouts.
Fergus is having fun fooling the class, and now he's going to turn his attention to the regular teacher.
Now, because this involves a very sharp pair of scissors, your regular teacher has offered to come up and help me.
Here she comes, Miss Johnson.
Now, Mrs. Johnson, take the scissors. Would you say that's about halfway? Roughly halfway. You haven't got to be exact, Wendy. Could you just cut there? And what this will do is give us 2 equal pieces. Now I can show you the knot and we can time it and we can do what I meant to do at the beginning of the lesson. So with 2
She's cut the rope, but it's not the same length. It's part of Fergus's trick.
You're a wizard.
Someone said, you're a wizard. How long will Fergus be able to keep this going? About as long as that rope, I reckon.
So those are pretty much the same length now. Fantastic. So we can begin doing a knot that was...
Hang on. They were on equal length a second ago, and now one's longer. No wonder this class is getting rowdy.
No, I know. That's why it's cut it, because we needed them the same length to do the knot. No, I know it was different length, but... Oh. I'll tell you what, we best start again with just 1 piece of rope. That's probably better to start with 1.
Those 2 bits of rope have turned into 1 bit of rope. That's impossible.
We should have found the middle of the rope and then you cut. I cut with my fingers.
He's just cut the rope with his fingers. This is just getting silly.
At this point, what you do is you tie those 2 ends together. Like, really tight.
He's full of fibs as Fergus, but some big magic coming up.
Have you ever got a knot out? Yeah. Most of you have got a knot out of something, right?
You hold on tight, here it comes.
Watch the middle of the rope. Watch those two ends tied together and watch the ends that they're tied. Look. If I just pull and you pull as well, you'll see the knot pops right off.
Whoa, Fergus pulled the knot right off the rope. That's amazing.
Thank you very much for your help. Now, you can have a look at that.
The class are checking the rope to see that it's real, and Fergus is about to tell them that he's a real teacher. Not. Get it, not?
Now, I'd like to share a big secret with you. I am not really a teacher. I am a magician. And you're being filmed right now for a new CBBC show. And there's a camera there. There's a camera in that box. And there's a camera at the back of the class. How cool is that?
He did it! Fergus's brilliant knot tricks had the class in stitches. First, his two volunteers made the tightest knot he'd ever seen, but he untied it in the blink of an eye.
He took the knot out, and I just don't know what to say. It was so fantastic.
He turned two pieces of rope back into one, and then cut the rope with his fingers.
How does he cut the rope with his hand?
And finally, he pulled the knot right off the rope.
I can't really explain, but he's just magical.
Fergus literally pulled it off. The class had no idea he was a magician. We totally got them, and they loved it. I think you can all agree it's been a pretty amazing show. We'll see you later, but until then, if you're at school and you think your teacher may be a secret magic master, get ready to shout, "Help! My supply teacher is magic!"